It's the end of the Seattle study tour, and I thought I'd do the final summary of the tour here at the University of Washington Burke Museum. We can take away the importance of symbols like the Space Needle, with a foot in the past, a foot in the present, and a foot in the future that tells us as leaders in health and care, we have to find symbols that are local to us and hang on to them. And we have to look at the symbols that we put all around us as leaders in health and care, make sure that people who are patients, relatives, users of our service don't misinterpret the symbols that are around them. And those can be visible signs, or they can be the invisible symbols of power, and surround our health and care places with symbols that are positive, that are encouraging to patients and their families. We can take away from Harborview the vision and the values of serving people who are vulnerable and for whom there isn't another healthcare provision. We can take away from Harborview also the strive for excellence in applying lean and quality improvement methods, and we found out that they use Cass Tailored, which was the organization outside of health that we visited, to gain insights about how to do quality improvement, make that more part of the culture of what they do. We learned a lot from the Seattle's Children's Hospital about how they go about doing quality improvement, about how volunteerism and the reputation and value of what you do is what attracts people both to you as patients as well as to you as staff. So the reputation of Seattle Children's Hospital means that they've got a very long line for all of their recruitment needs. The value of having a culture in which people are compassionate to each other in their personal lives, share professional compassion as well. We can take away from the two organizations that sit outside of health, Cass Tailored and Boeing, examples of how in every industry we have to look at greater value, innovation, and creating cultures in which people feel proud and able to turn up to do good work every day. We certainly saw that spirit at Cass, and although we couldn't meet with employees at Boeing, you could see from that great big Dreamliner that was being pushed out what was possible there. We also learned from Virginia Mason, still one of the best providers of care in the US, and hailed as a great example of how you could, with a vision and a tight management process based on the Toyota production system, could have the management that would then help you with your leadership create a culture of care in which quality is first, in which from board level to floor level everyone speaks the same language, and where there's a commitment to following the Virginia Mason process based on TPS, that they continue to go back to Japan to learn from the source, to make sure that they don't take their eyes off of what really matters in that context. We can take away from the Veterans Administration that there are organizations in America that provide health care free at the point of need, who are still subject to the same regulation and rigor. So their discussion around Joint Commission accreditation, how as a tertiary provider, trauma center, they have to keep on meeting the needs of the regulator. And so I hope that people will take away a postcard from Seattle, a physical one and a mental one, a reminder of what's possible if you get some time to think and put some space between what you do in your day job and what you must do to lead. That the importance of management and process must never be underestimated. With great management and great leadership, you can achieve the best outcome for our patients, for our users, for our relatives. And actually the challenges that everyone was going back to face in the UK, in New Zealand and Australia are similar to challenges faced here by leaders every day. The organizations we visited this week have come up with a way and a culture that suit their organization, that helps them pursue excellence,